Welcome to LSB Feaster's Radio Aircheck and Classic TV channel.
I don't know where they are.
So if I don't know where two things are, then I don't know where anything is.
That's part of the disorganization.
So you're only partly disorganized. Would that be a fair statement?
I'll accept that.
Okay. So you're partially disorganized.
Okay.
Okay. And when you're partially disorganized, what do you say to yourself? Well, gee, maybe I need to concentrate more on my main job.
I didn't feel disorganized. I actually thought I had all these tapes on my desk, but stuff gets moved around here all the time. But I take responsibility for it.
And why would the list say the Crackhead Bob game when, in fact, we don't even have one?
Because Casey was working on it again, and I felt it was ready. I didn't know it wasn't ready.
All right. I see.
Howard, I'd be careful. I think he's going to go postal.
I think he is going to blow.
Well, I can't believe the guy doesn't see the correlation that if you have too much extracurricular activity, you can't get your job done.
That has nothing to do with it. Nothing whatsoever. If I go out on a Saturday night and I go to the movies, it has nothing. Robert, shut up.
I'm talking to Howard.
I don't give a crap. I'm talking to you, and I'm telling you, shut the...
Oh, get out of here.
No, I'm
All right,
serious.
I'll just be quiet for 4 hours. That'll make a good show, Gary.
Gary, who are you to tell her to shut up?
I'm talking now. This is about me, Robin. Amazingly, it's not about you.
Once you shut up, I talk to Howard. Now shut your mouth. You're an idiot.
You see this?
No,
Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, your camera went off. We don't see anything. No, here's the deal. Last night, I wanted to tell you something.
Okay.
Last night, I was invited to go to they had a screening of a movie I want to see.
Uh-huh.
And the name of the movie was, what was that new sci-fi flick that's coming out this weekend?
Mimic, Murmur.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the name of it.
W?
There's something with the three commandos, or I don't know what.
Wing Commander.
Wing Commander. I said, boy, I would love to see Wing Commander. The premiere or whatever, the screening is at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
And I said to myself, well, I would love to go to the screening, but I've got work to do on the computer. I mean, technically, I'm not on the radio, but I've got work to do on the computer. And I think it'd be best if I got to bed early because I'm feeling a little under the weather. And who wants to, So in other words, I sacrificed my pleasure for my job.
May I tell you why that's an unfair correlation?
No, I'm just telling Robin a story. It has nothing to do with you.
Oh, may I listen, Gary, or should I shut my ears as well?
Why don't you just shut up?
So why should she shut up? Our job is to talk here. How dare you?
No, her job is to pick on me.
No, it's
Because
not.
everything Robin does is perfect. She never does anything wrong.
We're not talking
Robin, have you ever done anything wrong? Have you ever made a mistake?
What happened
No,
here?
have you ever made a
I
mistake?
simply asked you a question. You feel under the gun,
So anyway,
and now
Howard,
nobody
here's
can
the deal.
speak to you.
I've made a deal. I never, ever, ever do anything on weeknights anymore. I don't do appearances on weeknights.
Right.
So I
don't mind if you do it as long as your work is done.
But I think that the conversation was going to come around to that you sacrificed last night.
That's right.
Because you have work to do.
Of course.
And I don't. And you know what? I don't do anything on weeknights. I get invited to movie screenings and all sorts of stuff.
Good.
I do not do things on weeknights because I want to be fresh for the
And maybe you
next
should
day.
extend that to the weekend.
Yeah, maybe you should cut back more.
Right.
So and never go out.
Right.
Never ever go
Right.
out.
Until you can get your work done.
You guys are ridiculous.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
I don't see why that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't. I really don't. Yes, Don. Well, Don is now gone, Gary, thanks to you. Jim, go ahead.
Howard,
Yes.
how you doing? Good morning.
Hi.
I've been a listener for a long time, and you've goofed on Gary, and it's been good for the show and all, but you're so on the mark this time, it's ridiculous.
Of course. Of course.
In terms
Listen.
of what, Don or Doug or whatever?
Jimmy.
No, in terms of what?
I've made, I make a good living, but I want to make more on the weekends, and it's just affected me so much during the week not to perform that I had to stop.
Of course, when you work
You got to
during
get a checklist, get your work done, and that's it.
I stopped doing my Channel 9 show because I felt it was affecting my radio show. I knew that I had to cut back.
And that was weekends.
I would have liked to have continued my Channel 9 show. I can't. I can't do it all.
You do so much.
You can only do so much. And his work is suffering here. I see already the first two things on a list that they've been begging me to go to isn't even prepared.
Gary, you're 100% wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong on this, Gary.
Well, thank you.
No offense.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Jimmy's right. He's right. You're not just saying it.
Jimmy's talking about working 8-hour jobs on weekends when you work.
Well, I don't work an 8-hour day. I make a six-figure income working 12, 13 hours a day, and that's not enough. So I want to do more on the weekends, and you just can't.
Well,
Right.
no, you
gotta
can't,
do what
Jimmy.
you got to do.
You can't do it.
No, but
Don't
neither
tell me-
can you. You're suffering on your job.
Jimmy can't tell me what I can do, and I'm not suffering because of anything on the. Howard, I didn't work the last 3 weekends in a row. Do I seem
I don't know.
dopier or groggier? Or
I don't know, but I just know that your work is not
No, but
done.
you don't answer questions whenever it comes to like.
I'm
to make a
answering.
point.
Yes, you do seem dopier and groggier.
In the last 3 weeks.
Your work isn't done. I don't mean you're walking around in a fog.
So up until you notice this list, you think that maybe my work's been suffering.
Yes. Yes.
You think that all the time.
No, I don't
You
think that
my
all the
work's
time.
always
I think your
suffering.
work
You
is
think
suffering.
You always think that someone
I
can do
always think
better.
you can do better.
Right.
Right.
You think that about everybody.
Right.
I don't even think there's anything wrong with that, but you think everyone can do better.
Of course. I think I could do better.
Well, you always can.
Howard, I don't think he listens to the compliments that you give him every once in a while.
No, he only hears what's bad.
Like what,
Exactly,
Jimmy? What are
exactly.
some of the
He's a
recent?
big- you're a
What are
big
some of
part
the
of
recent
show, Gary.
compliments?
I told you your hair looked good.
No, Jimmy, name.
You know, I'm thinking the hair may be a
Gary,
little too
take
much
a-
Jimmy,
for him.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
How many hours did you spend on that hair?
Tell me some compliments, Jimmy.
Gary, the
Jimmy,
compliments,
tell me a compliment.
Gary, the compliments that I see are silent compliments with the show going well.
Right.
Oh,
You're a
silent
big part of the
compliments.
show.
I don't have
You're
to.
a
My
big part
job
of
is not to
the
sit and
success.
compliment you.
That I learned a long time ago.
Right. I'm not going to sit and compliment you.
Oftentimes,
Exactly.
Howard has said in the last several weeks, Gary knows this story really well. Gary, you
That's
tell
not
this story.
a compliment,
That's not a
Robin.
compliment?
That's what you do.
You know what a compliment will be? A compliment might be like, hey, Gary.
Jeez.
But you know what? And I already know the answer to this, too. I know where this is going to go. Because you can never win on the show. A compliment might be, hey, Gary, you booked Ron Howard. That's a good booking. But what Howard would say is, Gary didn't book Ron Howard. Ron Howard's coming to do the show because of me, not
Right.
because of Gary.
Exactly.
Well, how well
Even
did
though
you
it's something
do
I've been working on
before
for a long
people
time.
wanted to talk to
Yeah, you made a
Howard?
bunch of phone calls. It's a big deal.
Exactly.
What I need you to do is coordinate tapes, make sure things are on the list. If I go to it, it's there. That's what I need. I'm not organized that way. I need you to be organized.
Just the other day, you wanted the Greaseman press conference. Got it. Overnighted it, edited it.
Good
nicely.
job.
Well, now, but I don't want to ask for a compliment.
Good job.
But I don't want to
So
ask
what?
for it.
You got a whole list here of things that are
Did
completely
you see how
obsolete.
happy he was? Isn't that compliment enough?
Yeah. Your compliment is you don't
Howard,
get fired.
Gary's
Right.
job-
I mean, really. I mean, that's your compliment.
Job to
Somebody
on
got to
interviews.
bring me a bottle of water.
What do you think I compliment? What do you think I compliment Robin every day? She knows she's doing good.
You tell Robin that she that.
No.
You
When
go,
is
hey,
the last time I ever told you you
I
did a
heard
good
you
job?
say things like, "Hey, the news was really good today."
And I'm
No, I
telling
don't.
you, he has said good things to you. You
Right.
don't listen.
Right.
Like what, Robin?
I just told you. He'll say, Gary knows this. Come here, Gary. I need you for this
That is
information.
that's
a
not a
That's
compliment.
good.
That's Howard
That
needs me
is
to
a
help him, which is
compliment.
fine. I mean, it is a compliment in
It
a
is-
way.
Well, who does he rely on? Somebody who's unreliable? Well,
Right.
most of the time, yes. But
But apparently, according to you guys, I've got 15 years of
No,
unreliability.
what you're doing
under
is
my
you're
belt.
dumping a lot of work on Casey that he can't handle.
So,
And
well,
you're,
not
it's
true.
not about not
Yes.
being able to handle it, but he doesn't supervise it. He
Right.
feels that he's washed his hands of it
Right.
once he gives it to
once he
Casey.
tells Casey to do something, Casey's
He
green.
doesn't supervise him.
Yeah.
Come on, that's not true.
Oh, be quiet.
No, it is. You're green. You're still new to the job.
Yeah, but I'm not retarded. I mean, he tells me to do something, I can do it.
No.
Who said you were retarded?
Sometimes you mess up.
Well, he was.
Like you'll bring in a tape when we have a second tape, and you have to know to throw out the second tape. So I have the more recent version.
I'll bet you.
Yes,
You know,
yeah.
you have to know you have to think kind of like, yeah, I'm not telling you to do that, but you got to
You have
think
to clean
about
up
it.
the area.
Yeah.
Clean up the work area.
Yeah. And I mean, what the movie premiere? If you remember, I got up and I credited Gary with helping me get to the top. I credit him all the time.
the time.
But your work is suffering.
Gary's
and I'm
very
trying to make you
important
better.
To the show. He does a lot of hard work. I've heard him say these.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not going to sit at the movie premiere.
When do I talk to him? On the air here.
So listen, here is the deal.
The movie premiere, by the way, was 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to hear one once in a while.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Do you want me to say that even though you're not?
Because now I'm fishing for it.
Right.
I don't
That's
want to
right.
Fish for
You're not
it.
doing a great
Now
job.
it doesn't count.
No, but I don't want to have to fish for a compliment. You know what? You don't even.
You know
have
what'll
to
help you? You know what we haven't done in a while? You need to repeat. Repeat after me.
Let's go.
I am too disorganized
Too disorganized
for my position.
For my position.
All right. I will never go out and be social
I will never go out and be social
on weekends.
on weekends.
All right. I will wear
I will wear
a tracing bracelet.
a what?
A tracing bracelet.
A tracing bracelet,
So I can be confined to my house.
so I could be confined to my house.
Right. Okay.
I think that's a tracking bracelet.
Yeah. Tracing, tracking. I don't know what you call it.
Howard, bye. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Kids love it.
What you're experiencing is Howard Stern.
What is it, Sandy?
Hi, Howard.
What'd you say, honey?
This is Sandy from Woodstock, Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
You're always right.
I am right.
You are.
Of course. Listen, I'm the guy who needs the help.
You're pretty cute, too.
Thank you. You happen to be right. You know, I looked cute yesterday. I noticed.
Where were you when you looked?
My hair looked good.
Hi, Robin.
Where were you when you looked cute? Not when I was here, when I left here.
Do you know who I get told I look like?
Who?
Sandra Bullock.
That's not bad.
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
Gary, you never compliment my looks.
That's right. You're always screaming.
Yeah, you're always
about
screaming
it.
about it. I have a big Adam's apple. What?
Adam's apple nose.
You know what? I don't.
Adam's apple
I don't
nose.
really feel I need to compliment your looks because I compliment your ability.
What is it, Joanne?
I can't even believe you are letting that little whining prick yell at you like that. Robin, get out of your booth and smack that ignorant bastard right in the mouth.
Let her try.
He is such a prick.
Right.
I love it. He is such a freaking moron. Let me tell you something. He gets on my damn nerves so goddamn bad. I and smack his face. He is, let me tell you something, he's getting ready to crack because of those freaking kids and that old lady of his that holds him by the Johnson.
Right.
He is a real pussy prick.
You're a class act. Your husband must be very proud.
All he does is bitch and complain. He gets nothing right. He dumps everything on Casey. By the way, Casey, the kids want to find out if you're a butt pirate or a fudge packer, but I believe you're all man, babe. I'm with you.
Let's hope.
He is a whining little bitch. And you sit there and you let that big lip buck-tooth bastard sit there and scream at you like you're
Well, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And let me tell you something.
Control him.
You're saying the same things to me that Robin has said to me all these years.
Of course.
Get up and hit Howard if he doesn't smack that bastard right in the face.
Oh.
He is such a whining little prick.
Fortunately, we're not violent.
Did you possibly get aroused around
no
his voice?
offense, Howard. I know you're half a
Do you know who this is, Howard?
Who is that?
Right,
This is the girl that blew the whole Guess Who Has Vaginosis bit.
No, that prick Gary, if he wasn't so...
She's mad at me because I called her names,
so get
Howard.
me laying F-bombs this morning.
All right, listen, I got to go.
She's mad at me because I called her names.
All right.
No, he is a bastard. Howard, is he
Just a matter of time.
Howard.
Is there an S? T. We'd like to buy a vowel, an E, an R.
N.
I will solve the puzzle. Howard Stern.
That's it.
The Howard Stern Show.
We asked people about Howard Stern's return to New York as afternoon DJ on WNBC Radio.
After 33 years of camping, I can truthfully say Howard Stern's the only boy I never liked.
Papa, Howard's coming home.
Not to this home.
A disc jockey for WNBC. I always knew that boy would never amount to anything.
Folks, don't pay attention to those people. Howard Stern's as normal as I am. Listen to the return of Howard Stern, 66.
WNBC. You hear that kind of lift? The NBC.
WNBC. WNBC.
Why
WNBC.
92.3.
K-Rock.
What's happening at K-Rock?
It's K-Rock and Killian. Show your shirt parties. Join us Saturday from 9 to 11 p.m. at Finn McCool's, 106 Westchester Avenue in White Plains.
20 years ago, a girl named Carrie White had the power to move objects with her mind, and she sent the student body to its grave.
73 people died night of the prom.
Now, it's her sister Rachel's turn.
So you want to know how I'm feeling today?
Rachel has always been an outsider.
Sometimes I really wish I could just be one of the shiny, happy people.
She isn't popular.
Come on, this girl's just a sketch. You don't even know her.
What does he see in her?
And the others don't want her around. Well, to hell with them. On March 12th, feel the power.
What are you saying I have? Telekinesis.
Dude, it's her doing it.
Witness the fear.
You used me.
And experience the rage. The Rage, Carrie 2, rated R, under 17, not admitted without parent. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
What is this? Jeep is a great car. I have a Jeep. Love it. Always have loved it. Not all the cars I have. I mean, I have that one the longest. First of all, it never breaks down. Number two, it's good looking. You know what I mean? You feel manly. I feel tough. I love the Jeep. I know Fred drives one. I know Baba Booey drives one. You drive one.
It handles the road. The road's not
handles the road.
You.
That's right. It doesn't handle you. It's Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, and it can turn your troubled mind into a peace of mind with one turn of the key. Robin, you see, the new Grand Cherokee Laredo has been re-engineered with a more powerful engine and better on- and off-road capability than ever before.
I love the way it looks. Have you seen it? Ooh.
Oh, I love it, Robin. Oh. Only one thing I love more.
Yeah, baby.
That's you.
Yelling at Baba Boy.
That I love. I can do that a whole show. Yeah.
You know, Baba Booey.
I like when he gets mad at you. That's my favorite.
You shut up. All I'm
Shut
doing
up.
is asking a question.
And he gives you the finger. He wants to give me the finger.
F you.
Yeah.
You know, I just bought a Jeep.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get the money? I know. All the money you save on cooking because you eat over at Jackie's house.
I just picked out at Jackie's yesterday.
Did you? What'd you have?
I dropped it unexpectedly for lunch.
Nice. Get yourself a Jeep Grand Cherokee or Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, just like John did.
So I have 2 Jeeps now.
Good for you. Yeah, it's a great car.
That's your Jeep family.
No wife and kid, but he's got a Jeep.
And I'm still late for work. No, I'm not.
Rock Radio. K-Rock. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. In fact, we are back. All right, so I was telling you about these 2 dudes who wrote a book. They claim they're anti-shoplifting. Some bookstores won't carry the book because, you know...
It looks like a guide for shoplifting.
Right. One of the guys is calling from Canada. His pseudonym is Gabor. They can't give their real names.
Because they're wanted.
I got to admit, I was looking through the book. They do have some great ideas on how to steal stuff from stores.
Let me hear that.
But they claim they're warning stores what to look out for.
Well, that's a very small audience, the people who own stores.
All right, let me get these guys on. This will take me a sec. This is Gabor. Hi, Gabor.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. And you're from...
sound like a Gabor.
Actually, he does. Where are you from, Hungary?
Yes, we are Hungarian.
Yes. And Gabriel, you're Hungarian too?
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
How did these Hungarian guys, get so good at shoplifting? Is that a Hungarian thing?
Yeah, they're gypsies. Right?
No.
So...
We know some gypsies.
You guys sound like thieves. How much stuff would you say between the 2 of you you've stolen in dollar amounts?
Well, I'm not much of a thief. When the Gabriel was active, I would say he did about, $15,000, $20,000 a year.
A year?
Wow. What about you, Gabor?
I'm hardly can even pass as an amateur. We are longtime friends. I'm not much of a shoplifter.
Okay, so you guys wrote this book because you have shoplifted, and Gabor, you're in Canada because you're not even allowed in the United States.
We are both in Canada. I'm in Toronto. He's in Montreal.
Oh.
I'm as I said, I don't have a record. Gabor does, so he can't go to the States.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you guys got caught how many times shoplifting? Just once? Oh, Gabrielle got caught once?
I got caught a couple of times.
All right, and because of that, you have a record?
Yes.
All right.
What did he shoplift?
What? What is in the store?
Yeah, just tell me some of the things.
I don't do it anymore, actually.
When I was a kid, I shoplifted, and I went with my friends on a shoplifting spree, and I was so nervous. I'm not good at stealing. I'm too honest.
See, other people would call that a high. They like that rush.
Yeah, I had friends who were incredible. They could, I knew one fat guy who could take whole record albums before there were CDs and stick them down his pants. Another friend of mine could go into a bookstore and empty out every paperback book. And we'd have all these books. We didn't want to read them. We just went.
just wanted to.
Howard, that's actually a very good point.
Yes.
I think body types are making a difference.
Yes, as a matter of fact,
people are better.
As a matter of fact, fat people are better at it. As a matter of fact, we would go and have a contest to see who could get the most stuff. And I would go into Macy's or Roosevelt Field and take a couple of tie tacks. I don't even wear a tie. But
now, where were the tie tacks?
The tie tacks would be on a table.
Shelf? Yeah.
No, they'd be on a table. They'd have them out for you to look at. And I would just grab one. And I was so nervous that I would shake. And that was the last time I went home. I left my friends there. My friends got caught that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They all got caught and I didn't.
That was good timing.
Yes. Now you guys give some interesting tips in your book. Now, you claim you wrote this book to warn stores, but...
No, Howard, we don't really claim anything. So
Right.
if you probably both of you heard about the A.B. Hoffman book, Steal This Book, that was written in the 60s. That book had an attitude. We don't. We call this book a pulp non-fiction. We don't have any agenda. We are just trying to make fun of it, and we're just trying to talk about it honestly.
Why do you think some bookstores won't carry the book? Isn't it because they're afraid that people will learn how to shoplift? It's advocating something illegal?
And also because they would be concerned that they may steal it.
Right. Okay, so, Gabor, your favorite method is to wear loose clothing, and under your pants you wear bicycle pants so you can stick stuff in your bike pants and it won't fall out.
That's right.
So that is your favorite method.
No, that's the thing that impresses me the most. I got as a gift from one of our friends a bike pants, but I never actually used it myself.
You don't use the bike pants.
But you noticed that they would be good for that.
All right, I got to tell you something.
I've seen it working extremely well.
There is a method in this book for stealing that I would never have thought of in a million years.
Okay.
And to me, it seems foolproof.
All right.
All right. Maybe I should explain it, guys. Well,
Okay.
I'll try. You jump in, okay? All right. Let's say you go to a store and you remove all of the tags from whatever item you want. You understand what I'm saying so far? Okay. Yes. Take that item, go to the return counter, and tell them you want to return the item. And then they're going to ask you for a receipt. And you say to them, no, my receipt's at home. They'll tell you to bring back the item when you have the receipt with you.
And send you out of the store?
And send you out of the store with the item.
I'll just send you out of the store. As actually, I did that with a bike. They give you a guard so nobody will stop you.
Right. So you took a bicycle. Let me understand what you did, Gabriel. You took a bicycle.
Yeah.
You removed the tags.
Yeah.
You went up to the return counter and said, listen, I want to return the bike, but I don't have my receipt.
Yeah, actually, I said I would like to change it for something which is less expensive because the family didn't like me to spend that much money on the bike.
Right. And then they sent over a guard so they could help you out of the store with the bike.
Yeah, an assistant manager or somebody.
Can you believe this?
Well, it would work with clothing, though, because they have those tags you can't get off.
Right. Well, you could clip those.
Now, this is one thing I did, but we have a lot of things we collected from professional shoplifters. We call professional shoplifters who live on it. I never lived on it.
Mm-hmm.
How much can you make shoplifting? What's a good person?
I have an acquaintance whom we interviewed who was doing CDs when CDs were still new and very expensive, I don't know, 4 or 5 years back. He was doing about $1,000 a day.
That's about what a real pro shoplifter, we call in the book smart lifter, do.
Well, $1,000 a day.
About $1,000 a day.
Wow.
All right. Now, you say a related method to taking the tags off the items is to remove a few items from the box, take the box to the counter, and say you bought the item, but certain things were missing, and then they'll get you the missing items, and you take it all home.
Yeah.
You guys have done that.
You can even go simpler. We talked to some people working in a big department store, and they say the guy walking in the lunchtime picks up a television and walks out with it.
Right.
The idea is that if you can be bold enough, if you can leave the store and not confidence, then you are okay.
Right.
They say that the best hiding place is hiding items in the cloak of your self-confidence.
Right. You don't need to put them down your pants, or something as large as a television can even be brought out of the store, as long as you look like you know what you're doing.
Yep.
You look innocent.
Absolutely.
So now, for large items like a refrigerator, I didn't understand this one too well. You have two people.
I'll tell you this one because it's kind of mine. I never did it. I got it from an interview, and it has been done in Canada pretty like a couple of years back when they were not serving big items out from docks.
Okay.
We called it the catch and how to catch an elephant, because there was an old joke about how to catch an elephant, catch two and let one go.
Right.
So the method is that the two guys go in and they buy, let's say, a refrigerator or a big item, and they buy it with a credit card.
Okay.
They pay for it.
Right.
Now, one guy goes out with the credit card receipt or the receipt for the fridge.
Yes.
The other guy hangs around a little bit, looks around, and asks, let's say about 10 minutes later, goes back to the guy and takes out another
act
fridge.
as if they were separate up to this point.
Yes, they're separate.
So
the other guy goes
they
back.
have two receipts. They are walking out with the dollies and with the fridges in about 15 minutes intervals. If, according to them, if anybody stops them, they will show the receipt. Actually, the receipt is very interesting because we heard about another method when you have your receipt for, let's say, 4 or 5 items.
You get this one, Robin?
No.
You have
Okay,
let me
have two guys there.
One of them has a receipt from the credit card.
Yeah,
and the other guy has the real receipt.
Walking out of the store. The other guy, it's not doing anything. If the guy who's walking out with the fridge, out of the store with the fridge without the receipt gets stopped, then the other one walks up to him and shows the receipt to whoever's asking for it.
All right, explain that,
If he's not
Jackie.
stopped, then
In other words,
later, he
sometimes...
goes back to the
Hold on,
counter and
fellas.
says, where is my fridge?
Yeah.
Well, look, sometimes... Sometimes at the airport, they don't check your receipt for
Right.
your luggage.
Right.
Like maybe you're walking out with the refrigerator or whatever item. If the guard isn't there, in other words, the guy stays back with the receipt and you walking out without it. If you don't get stopped, fine. If they say, where's your receipt? You go, oh, my friend has it.
Yeah.
So it's foolproof. But if you don't get stopped, then the other guy has a receipt.
Oh, I see. So
You
you
get
can
a
use that
second
receipt.
item.
You could use that receipt to steal multiple refrigerators.
Yeah, you can return one.
All right.
The elephant.
All right,
You
I
can
get
let
that.
one go.
All right, I get it. You get it, Robin?
Yeah, now I got it.
All right. All right.
Okay,
So
that was like an old and funny method. It doesn't work anymore because big department stores are giving out these items at the dock.
all right. You also give out another tip. You say a lot of stores will sometimes check out their store alarm systems. Okay. In other words, store alarm systems exist.
Yeah.
The way you find out if there's a store alarm system is you slip an item into some guy's bag, and you see if the alarm goes off.
Oh, she's put it in somebody else.
Someone else's bag, right?
So the idea is just to test if the system works because I would say about a third of the time these systems are not even turned on.
But what happens to the guy you slip the item onto?
He can explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, if you want to be sort of fair about it, then you only put a tag in it without the item.
Yeah, I don't think you should have a conscience if you want to get involved in this stuff.
No, actually, most of the shoplifters do have a conscience. And for example, I talked to a lot of them who said we don't target small stores. We target the big ones.
Right.
Because they can afford the loss. I'm not going to kill a little guy on the corner here. You know.
There's a conscience. I see. Now you
There
say
is conscience. There is some kind of a Robin Hood kind of a thing in there.
All right.
Nobody mentioned it, but it's like, except when they are giving it to the poor, it's themselves.
All right, so you say also if you want to be a good shoplifter, you shouldn't be African American or another dark ethnic group.
Exactly, yeah.
Why is that?
I think there's a prejudice. There's obvious prejudice out there, even though statistics can absolutely not prove at all.
So
There's no difference of race, of
So if I'm a
age,
black
of
guy,
gender that is significant.
if I'm a black guy, I'm going to be more heavily scrutinized, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's better to
But
be
you
white.
know what can happen is you can use black people as decoys, right?
That's another method we discuss in the book.
Wow.
That
Boy, Robin, you're catching on.
Robin probably could have wrote the book.
Right. I don't know. So you're saying it's good to team up with a black guy, let him distract everybody.
No,
there are many ways of very good
make him to be
distractions of how
so
you can deal with
suspicious,
the store
even to be arrested with nothing on, and actually then the store detectives are busy with him.
Right.
And there is not that many, 2, 3 maybe in a store, and all 3 of them are busy with him,
Right.
who has nothing, and his partner is taking whatever he wants.
Now, you guys say you like to go to stores that have all that new technology. You like all the surveillance cameras and everything because you say the more protective equipment they have, usually the more lax they are.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. See, when stores are spending millions of dollars on this equipment, they are saving the money on the actual personnel.
Right.
So if you know how to deal with the technology, a store that is full of these little gadgets is much easier to handle than a store with full of detectives.
Yes.
Actually, I would say if a shoplifter goes in, let's say in a bookstore, and he doesn't see anything on the books, like no magnetic tag or no radio tag, but he sees the gate, he sees the buzzer, he wouldn't shoplift there.
Right.
Because he doesn't know what the hell is going to buzz.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right. Well, hey, you guys give another piece of advice. If you are caught shoplifting, you guys say the best thing is to deny.
Yes, basically.
Yes.
There are very interesting statistics. I think about 1.5 or 2% of all people who are caught shoplifting actually go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there is 3% who gets convicted.
Yes.
Shoplifting is not really taken too seriously by the justice system.
So if you get a good lawyer and you deny that you ever did it, there's a good chance you won't even be prosecuted, let alone
Yes,
convicted.
there's a very good chance. And most of the time it takes quite a long time, about 6 to 8 months before you get to the court, and the security personnel are rotated in the stores. It's very expensive for the stores to have the security guy sitting at the court all day.
What is the best thing you ever stole?
For me, the bike, what I was telling you about.
Right, the bike, yeah.
Actually, it's not the most expensive.
I would say.
It's not the most expensive I ever had, but it's the most, how can I say, the biggest trophy.
Yes. Is it like hunting for you guys? Is it like going out and hunting?
At the time,
I think we should have this sort
at
of
times there is this element in it.
Yes.
Of course, for everybody.
And how long can you shoplift? I mean, is there a certain age at which you lose your nimbleness and your ability?
No, because, Robin, it doesn't really depend on the nimbleness, but it depends on your presence of mind, on your boldness, and your attitude can actually improve with age.
Isn't part of the fun, like when I was a kid, telling everybody else what you stole? It's sort of like a, hey, look what I got.
Well, no, if you do it for years, I don't think it's any thrilling anymore to anybody, and it's not daring anymore. It's something else.
I see, just a job. All right, listen, guys, your self-help guide, the Smart Lifters Handbook. Is that what it's called, the Smart Lifters?
Yes.
Okay, by Gabriel and Gone?
Gabriel and Gone.
Jesus, you guys got weird pseudonyms. Gabriel Gone and Gone.
Came and gone, yeah. Well.
Came and gone.
Came and gone. Oh, Gabriel came and gone. This is how they spell it. All right. Look for the book on Amazon.com.
And you also have a website.
Trixnet.com.
www.trixnet.com. That's TRIXNET.com.
All right.
Howard, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know if this might be in the book because I didn't see the book, but when I was in college, the fraternity guys that I was friends with used to go into the 7-Eleven or one of those type places, one of those, with very few people working there, and one of them would fake an epileptic fit. And so whoever was working in the store, you guys have heard that, and everybody in the store would come running over.
Well, it's like using a black guy as your decoy. You know, as soon as a black guy...
And everybody else just grabbed beer and...
Yeah, as soon as a black guy walks in, everyone's watching him. Perfect.
Howard,
yes.
I would like to ask a big favor from you here.
Yes.
We had a big argument with my dear friend in Montreal when we were writing a book. We had many, but one we couldn't decide, and we would like to ask you to be the judge of this issue. We got to the body type question and hiding places, and at some point I wanted to put down a sentence. The saying that women are at a natural disadvantage. Because your crotch is a very good hiding place,
yes.
and men are using it frequently.
Yes.
Now, when you are a man and you have a bulge there, then another man will not really look at it.
Right.
Because that's sort of embarrassing.
What about the buttocks, though?
But if you are a woman, I think that whenever I look at a woman, it has a rhythm to it.
Yes.
It goes like this: face, breast, crotch, breast, talk. Now,
right.
Now, my friend says that there is no such thing as a crotch scan. And
so you were saying
not at a disadvantage.
So you were saying a man is a better lifter.
Right. Basically, they have a natural advantage because most store detectives are healthy men, and healthy men are not looking at other men's crotches.
Right. What is it, Benji?
Well, I have a foolproof method of traveling for free across the country by train, by Amtrak.
Let's hear that.
All right. When you get an Amtrak ticket, it's refundable for up to a year, and if you don't, as long as you don't use the ticket. So when you go in the train, you just sit in the bathroom. If they ever knock and ask you what's going on, you just give them the ticket. But if you get to your place and they never took your ticket, when you get there, you just refund the ticket.
Well, yeah.
Foolproof.
Gee, that's foolproof. Unless the guy asks for your ticket. That is not foolproof.
Proof you're a fool.
Right.
I went back and forth across the country.
Yeah, okay, but you lucked out. But you might have also had to pay.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is 90% of the time you won't have to.
All right. Thank you, Benji.
That bathroom's going to be awfully full now.
Yeah, you know what it is?
You could just say you lost your ticket.
Right.
And Benji's hiding.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thank you very much.
All right, good luck with the book. All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Guys ought to be arrested.
Can't find him.
Stealing really bugs me.
I know, because that makes prices higher for everybody.
Yep. But these guys got it all figured out. Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah, when I was growing up in high school, we had to wear, overalls like Benji wears.
Yeah.
And we used to go to the Gap and put, 15 pairs of pants on and put these overgaps, those overalls on, and walk out. And we used to do it 4 or 5 times a week. And it ended up we got caught, and they had to take pictures of us and send them to all the Gaps so they wouldn't let us in. I mean, we used to do it all
I don't know,
time.
man. It used to make me too nervous to steal. I never liked it.
I did it because it was a goof, because I was with a bunch of guys.
Yeah, well, me too. I got forced into it because the guys were like, hey, you're a pussy. So I said, no, I'm not. I went and stole tie tacks.
Listen to this story.
Imagine stealing something you don't even need.
Listen to this story. I don't know if there still is, the Wiz on 50th Street or the Sam Goodies on 6th Avenue. We used to go there 2 o'clock in the morning, grab a cinder block brick and throw the brick through the window and grab, whatever we can. So like the third time we threw the brick through, it was like a non-breakable glass, and it bounced back and hit my friend in the head. We had to bring him to the hospital.
That's funny. All right, dude.
All right, take care. Have
Later.
a good one.
I like that.
Is he still stealing? That's what
Oh, sure. Come on. What is it, Alex?
Hey, you know, those two they need to be deported.
They are.
They're in Canada.
They've already been deported.
That's a good place. That's
Yeah.
far enough away, and I'm sure they'll never get back in.
Yeah, they're not even allowed back in the country.
Well, then they're trying to publish their book here in the U.S.?
It's published.
What assholes.
Whatever.
All right.
All right, later.
Bye.
Bye. It just bugs me because, I mean, I used to crap in my pants when I would steal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really is the biggest nightmare in the world to have to steal. And you just freak. I mean, I got so nervous. I thought I was going to puke.
Even after you walk out, you think somebody's coming after you?
Yep. And then all my dopey friends got caught. And their parents got called.
Yeah.
Oh, if my father had been called,
Oh, that would have been the
that would have been the end.
I would be talking to someone else.
Yeah. There'd be somebody else hosting the show. Fred would be hosting the show. And I was just like, God must be with me.
Because you got out, Justin.
I got out. I said to him, I'm going home. Roosevelt Field. We would go there, take the bus.